Hey guys, me Franc, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about exchange rates and inflation and how they differ from country to country. Now let's talk about inflation. And in economics, inflation is a sustained increase in the price level of goods and services in an economy over time, like in countries. And when the price level rises, each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services. Consequently, inflation reflects a reduction in the purchasing power per unit of money, a loss of real value in the medium of exchange and unit of account within the economy. A chief measure of price inflation is the inflation rate, the annualized percentage of a general price index, usually the customer price index, over time. The opposite of inflation is deflation. Inflation is increase and deflation is decrease. And the inflation affects economies in various positive and negative ways. And the negative effects of inflation include an increase in the opportunity of cost of holding money, uncertainty over future inflation, which may discourage investment and savings. And investment affects the countries' a budget, which affects the happiness of the people that live. And if inflation were rapid enough, shortages of goods and consumers begin hoarding out of concern that prices will increase in the future. Positive effects include reducing unemployment due to normal wage rigidity. And they do provide more job opportunities, and one of the biggest inflation in the whole world is it's Bitcoin. In one day, it was just like $100 and one Bitcoin, and then it plummeted up to $16,000, which is roughly around 18 or 12 crores in Indian rupees. For not crores, 12 lakhs, and that is especially a lot for one unit of money. That is one Bitcoin, which is cryptocurrency. And these inflation, and this is one of the most rowdy inflation rates out there. It went from the lowest to the highest, and it really differs. It can go plummet down, or it could go skyrocketing. It depends. And economists generally believe that the high rates of inflation and hyperinflation, that's what it's called, are caused by an excessive growth of money supply, because the more money, the less worth it becomes. The more we get, the more we feel when we get used to it, and the worth of it decreases. And economists believe that hyperinflation are caused by an excessive growth in the money supply. Views on which factors determine how to moderate rates of inflation are more varied. Lower moderate inflation may be attributed to fluctuations in real demand for goods and services, or changes in the available supplies during scarcities. However, the consensus view is that of a long sustained period of inflation caused by money supply growing faster than the rate of economic growth. Inflation may also lead to an invisible tax, in which the value of currency is lower in contrast with its actual reserve, ultimately leading to individuals to hold devalued legal tender. And today, most economists favor a low and steady rate of inflation, because the certain level of uncertainty makes it very hard, and it's a whole roller coaster ride, which is not the most comfortable. And now let's talk about India's inflation rate. The inflation rate in India edged up to 5% in June 2018. 4.87% in May, below market expectations of 5.3%. Still, it is the highest rate since January, and marks the 8th straight month in which inflation is above the central bank's medium-term target of 4%. And even it may be a small percent, but seeing how big India is and how populous it is, that 1% may mean do or die. But food and beverages inflation went down. It deflated from 3.18% to 3.33% in May, with the food index alone rising 2.9%. and 3.1% in May. Inflation showed for fruits 10.13% versus 12.33%, and vegetables 7.8% to 8.04%, and prepared meat such as snacks, sweets, and etc. 4.83% to 4.98%, and meat and fish 22.41% to 3.53%, and on and on. And overall, on a monthly basis, consumer prices increased from 0.57% after a 0.51% gain in May. And there, it usually inflates, deflates, it goes here and there. And for an economist and for bankers, it is really important to keep track of inflation, because that affects the currency a lot. And now we're going to be talking about exchange rates, and I'm going to be using the standard as dollar. Excuse me. And if you don't know, $1 is equal to either 65 to 68 rupees, and keep that in mind. And now we're going to be talking about which are the most valuable currencies from 10 to 1, from the less expensive, 10th less expensive to the first most expensive. The first one is AUD, or Australian dollar. Australian dollar is the official currency of Australia. The Reserve Bank of Australia issues the AUD, and the most popular AUD extent is with the British pound, because it's a British colony after all. And one Australian dollar will buy you 48 Indian rupees. And ninth is Singaporean dollar, or SGD. SGD, or Singaporean dollar, is the official currency of Singapore and is also accepted in Brunei. The Monetary Authority of Singapore issues the banknotes and coins of the Singapore dollar. As of 2017, SGD is the 10th most traded currency in the world. The most popular Singaporean dollar exchange is SGD to Indian rupee. One Singaporean dollar will get you 46.43 Indian rupees. Next is the Libyan Dollar, or LYD. Libyan Dollar, or LYD, is the official currency of Libya. Despite the recent volatile situation of Libya, the Libyan dinar is one of the highest currencies in the world. Libyan dinar is issued by the Central Bank of Libya. The most popular Libyan dinar exchange rate is LYD, or Libyan dollar, or dinar, to euros, and one Libyan dinar will buy you 46.85 Indian rupees. Next is the Swiss franc, or CHF. The Swiss franc, or CHF, is a currency of Switzerland and Liechtenstein. The most popular Switzerland franc exchange rate is euros to CHF. And Switzerland's famous secretive banking sector made the national currency a safe haven for international capital. The country pegged the franc to the euro when it joined the currency union, opting for a dual system rather than choosing to abolish the franc. And one Swiss franc will buy you 66 Indian rupees. And next is the euro. It's the official currency of the Eurozone, which consists of the 19 of the 28 member states of the European Union: Austria, Belgium, Cyprus, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, the Netherlands, Portugal, Slovakia, Slovenia, and Spain. As of January 2017, with more than 109 trillion euro in circulation, the euro is one of the highest combined value of banknotes and coins in circulation in the world, having surpassed the US dollar at one point. 1 euro will buy you 72.10 Indian rupees. Next is the British pound, the fourth highest currency value in the world. The pound sterling, or GBP, commonly known as the pound, is the official currency of the United Kingdom. Jersey, Guernsey, and the Isle of Man, South Georgia, and the South Sandwich Islands, and the British Antarctic Territory, Tristan da Cunha, and the most popular United Kingdom pound exchange rate is euro to pound. Sterling is the fourth most traded currency in the world in the foreign exchange market, after the United States dollar, the euro, and the Japanese yen. 1 pound buys you 82 Indian rupees. And next is the Omani Rial. and this is the highest currency value in the world. And Oman Rial is the currency of Oman. Before 1940, Oman used Indian rupees as its official currency, and this is why the most popular Rial exchange is Indian rupees to Oman rate. One Oman Rial will buy you 167.05 Indian rupees. Next is the Bahraini dinar, the second highest currency value in the world. The dinar, or BHD, is the currency of Bahrain. The most popular Bahrain exchange rate is Indian rupees to BHD rate. The currency code for dinars is BHD and the currency symbol is BD. Indians are the largest expat group in Bahrain, and that explains one of the reasons for the INR to BHD popularity. Bahrain attracts expats from all over the globe because of its high currency value. One BHD will buy you 170 INR. Next is the Kuwaiti dinar, the highest currency value in the whole world. The highest currency of the world is none other than the Kuwaiti dinar, or the KWD. The currency code for Kuwaiti dinars is KWD. The most popular Kuwait dinar exchange rate is Indian rupees to Kuwaiti dinar. The Indian expat community is very strong in Kuwait, hence the reason for being a popular currency pair. Excuse me. The Kuwaiti dinar has become the highest currency of the world for a while now because of the oil-rich country's economic stability. And one Kuwaiti dinar will buy you 210 Indian rupees, making it the biggest, it makes it the most expensive currency in the world. And now we're going to be talking about the cheapest currencies. And now we're going to be using, rather than Indian rupees, we're going to be using US dollars for the normal, as the normal standard. And in Iran, one US dollar, or 65 rupees, is 10 million of its currency. And in Indonesia, it is 8 million. In Papua New Guinea, it's 6,925. In Cambodia, it is 4 million. In Belarus, it's 2,999.14. In North Korea, it's 2,050. In Colombia, it's 1,850. And in Burundi, it is 1,218. And in Iraq, it's 1,168,169. In Costa Rica, 508, and in Chile, 467. And now you can see how it varies around the world, and it usually goes up and down. And Iran went from 10 million to 9 million, and it's just really weird how it just goes up and down, but that's how it is. And usually we did have a fluctuation in Indian currency to US dollars. We went from 64 to 65, 65 to 68. We don't know where it's gonna go because we don't have anything to predict that. But it makes everything a bit more profitable in the economics industry, and it's just a really cool feature. But this is all I have for today, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, please be sure to subscribe. I really hope you learned something useful, and see you all in another video. Bye.